For the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this big called, the podcast?
Morning Good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
You do the what the fuck?
All right, so we're here with Luca.
Like, am I being
Luca
disrespectful?
Ferraro? I just purposely restarted to say your name wrong again. All right, we're Luca Ferro and Jamell Sirleaf.
Hell yeah.
Do you curse? Do you not curse?
Great to be here. I curse. I'll fucking curse.
Oh, but you didn't sound.
It kind of felt like it pained you to get.
Yeah, dude. It sounded like an uncomfortable.
Well, you put me on the spot with it. No, fucking. I think though.
I say shit words, dude.
I actually, yeah. No, I'll curse. I'll curse from time to time. More. I try to not. No, honestly, yeah. I don't know. I'm not trying to market myself as a clean comic here. I don't know why I'm trying to. But when we bark, I'll be like, "What the flip?" I think that's funny.
It is funny to say that.
Yeah.
I grew up like my parents were so anti-cursing, like they'd wash my mouth out with soap, and that's like why.
Oh, really? That's serious.
Yeah, that's like why I'm like a giant potty mouth. Like I literally like it's insane.
It feels liberating to
Dude,
swear.
it feels so good to like just I'm in my heart, I'm like a 15-year-old kid forever. And it's really a problem because people are like same thing with like anything. They're like, you're not. I'm just like, fuck you. Like the littlest things. Like somebody told me I like wouldn't touch somebody's hair the other day, and I just went behind the person, just touched. I was at a nightclub, and someone's like, I bet you won't touch the back of that guy's hair. And I was like, I'll fucking do it.
Oh yeah,
You're the
that guy.
kid to dare.
You're the dare guy.
Yeah.
No. If somebody dares me, I'll be like, "Fuck you." I'm anti-dare, but I will swear.
Unless it's a fight, somebody's like, I bet you won't fight me. I'll be like, I'll never fight you. I'm not gonna get my fucking ass kicked.
That's way too far. You don't do dares.
I don't like that. I don't
seem like the guy
telling me. You don't tell me to do a thing.
But what if it's because I told you to do that, and you're like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna do it," but because I don't want to do it, are you like
that might be bad if you reverse psychology?
Yeah. Kind of reverse. Okay.
I guess that's what we're.
I'm just planning. I'm just planning ahead for when I dare you guys to kiss later.
You know what's a good move though is like when you're with a girl and she swears, you go, you don't have to swear. Like if she's like, what the fuck happened? And you're like, don't.
Like, yeah.
Like, don't.
He's like, what's wrong with you?
Don't curse in front of me. It's a power move.
I love it. That's dope, bro. That's hard, bro. You're just making girl. Wow. She's like, wow, man, look, he's a good guy. I got to work on myself.
Yeah. And then you just ask the most insane thing. Be like, can you spit in my mouth?
Right after that.
No bad words. No bad words.
Having sex. She's got a belt and
Yeah.
you've got the mask on. You unzip it. Like, do you really need a curse right now?
It's just unnecessary at this point. Yeah.
Right?
As she pulls the peg out.
Well, you know, if I have sex with a girl and like it's like I'll be very like vocal and like vulgar like while we're having sex, but as soon as it's over, I'm like, gee whiz, golly, like what an absolute blast that was. Like, holy,
Well, that's why like I'm bad at
mother
like,
of pearl.
Yeah.
Slick there, man.
I'm bad at like dominating women I don't know well because these girls just be like, yeah, choke me. I'm like, are you sure? Is that good? Like it feels weird. I'm like, I don't want to like catch a charge. Like I'm very like,
That's fair.
Yeah.
You're like, is this okay?
Yeah.
You do
Are
it
you
and
still
then ask
having
for permission?
fun? Yeah.
I don't want to show too much of myself early.
Really, dude? I'm on a first date every single time. I'm telling them I fucked a trans chick. Like 100% of
You
the
come
time.
in hot with that?
I come in.
Why
hot,
are you
dude.
starting with
date?
that?
No, you
dude. I'm telling you.
Do you work on that shot?
Dude, I absolutely. I weed out the girls that aren't going to be fun, and I just like it's crazy. It's
That
like
screening process.
Wait,
is
so
crazy.
you having them being okay with you having sex with a transgender person is your line of whether or not they're going to be fun or not?
yeah, 100%. Because I'm like, this is like, dude, this is what it is. I'll tell chicks crazy. I'll talk about how I've been peed on a first date. It's
You
fucking.
do learn a lot about somebody, and if you bring that up immediately, you learn a lot about their political beliefs, their moral compass, how they feel in socials. Yeah,
And a lot of women, I think they see I don't give a fuck, and they think that's hot. They're like, even if I think it's gross, you fucked a trans woman, you're not like, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, I support you. I mean, everyone has their line. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like,
But me, it's like if I go on a date with a girl and we get sushi, how does she eat the sushi? I think is a big. Does she eat it with her hands? What does she order?
Yeah.
That's my line. Yours is trans women.
but I'm almost like, if a woman told me, she's like, I think it's fucking disgusting you fucked a trans woman, and I don't think they should like have rights. But I like that you don't give a fuck. I would be like, yeah. It's more about them not caring.
Yeah,
than I
right.
don't care.
They're
I
like,
don't care
oh, we'll
about
move on. Yeah.
anything.
Politically, I really don't give a fuck.
That's
what
so
anybody
funny,
thinks.
dude.
Wait, what's a bad way to like? What are the red flag sushi orders?
This has been a while since I've done that, but like if I go to get sushi with a girl and she gets like a California roll and like uses her hands or like asks for a fork.
I would never get to fuck this guy, dude. I fucking immediately fucking shit like that.
It's
like
a little
donut.
spicy.
Well, it's not a classy broad.
I feel that.
She's using her hands.
That makes a lot of sense.
See, that's what I think we're in a
I
different.
don't know why it makes
I'm
sense.
into
It makes so much
unclassy
sense to me.
bras.
Though. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, no, it does make sense. Yeah. I'm into unclassy, bro.
It's telling.
like
I know,
how-
so am
like-
I, but
Somehow he convinced me that like he's the higher level person while also saying like she's not a classy broad.
Yeah.
yeah, and then also
Somehow
You're like, yeah.
yeah, don't swear,
got
you
me.
fucking stupid
I know.
bro.
Yo, yeah. Swear like California. Like it's so funny.
I like the Morning Good podcast. This
I
is a
like
good time.
Yeah, we're off to a
podcast,
good start.
too.
And you know, I was really nervous because every other episode ends up being good. It's a weird thing. It's like
I know that
Was
feeling.
the last one really good?
the last one was great. So you got a fucking
damn.
high, but also the bar is so low because even the listeners are like, last week was too good. There's no fucking way they're gonna
They
rip
can
it
do
this week. Yeah.
See, they're counting us out, so now we actually have to.
Yeah, we got to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I think we're doing all right. I mean, with
I'm
that-
having a great
I
time.
was
what
on
the
the
flip?
Epstein list. No,
Yeah.
we start just bringing up random shit. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's go viral with Cat Williams.
This is
type
now
of
we're
stuff.
gonna hit dead air immediately.
No.
Right after I said that.
I got.
That was awkward silence for 30 seconds.
I have an I swore today actually. I because I feel like it'll be in me and it'll like as a reaction jerk come out. You know, I was actually in front of the comedy shop and I was on the phone with one of my buddies, and he wasn't. I wouldn't describe this guy as a homeless guy, but it was. I wouldn't like he had a blazer. And he was like sort of cleaned up. I couldn't tell you what race he was, but like he came like he was like a
You
brownish
couldn't
guy.
tell us because you would look racist, or you
No,
couldn't
no,
tell
he
us
was
because
like
you don't
brown.
know?
couldn't tell.
But I couldn't. Yeah, like I really couldn't. I couldn't identify a region. You know, and he came. You know what I'm saying? Continent. I couldn't even pick a continent.
Is that where you start? Do you start macro?
I start
All right, I'm
continent.
gonna think African. Now let's go.
Yeah,
Southern.
you pick continent. Yeah, you go continent. You go. But I couldn't even tell you.
I love
So
the way you
That
think,
is a really funny racist guy. He's like this fucking like knowing specifically where
Yeah,
he's from.
exactly. It's fucking Ethiopian.
this-
Yeah,
from
It's like, how'd you know?
Pangea.
Yeah.
But anyway, this guy comes up and I'm on the phone and he's like, this is what he goes. He goes, and I go, what? And he goes, hey, help me out, something. And I was like, what are you saying? And I'm being nice. I'm like, what are you saying? He goes, like, can you help me out with something to eat? And I was like, no. I said, no, man, sorry. And then he just stayed there and he kept going, hey, man, come in. And again, blazer, like, doesn't look like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's going, come on, man. He goes, can you buy me steak dinner? Be my friend?
What?
So he goes, and
That's when you turn it off.
I go, man. I'm on the phone. I go, man, take a walk. And he goes, come on, be my friend. You want steak dinner? I go, you want to get fucking cracked? That's what I said to him. And
Is that like what growing up in Chicago? Is that like because I have a friend from Chicago who talks very similar, like
really?
you. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's more like my family, but like
Yeah.
that's like I don't normally like I'm not that guy. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But like I didn't know what
That's
to
not
do.
the real-
It was I felt cornered. I was like,
Yeah,
what do I
yeah.
say? I've you give him the three. You're like, no, I'm sorry. Hey man, no, really, I'm sorry. Hey, get out of here.
Yeah.
He did. Keep
Now do you
talking.
want to get fucking cracked?
Yeah.
But
What's
I
crack
wouldn't.
mean?
Or like I think it's some sort of violence. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't know what crack
I
means,
like
but
it,
I
though.
threatened it.
I've never even gotten close to threatening a homeless guy. I'll be like, hey, if you don't leave, I'm gonna. I have no idea what
You
to do.
usually leave.
It sounds
Yeah,
worse.
yeah.
It sounds worse if he's homeless. He had a blazer.
yeah.
I just want to say, you could definitely still be homeless with a blade. I've seen Pursuit of Happiness.
Bro.
He had a suit on.
Luca, no part of me has a problem with beating the homeless. My problem is getting my ass beaten by the homeless.
You're
I'm
more
scared.
afraid to lose.
Yeah.
That's
Look,
fair.
Yeah,
Well, okay, I'll
That's a tough L to come back from.
Yeah.
He didn't
absolutely.
look crazy homeless. How about that? If he was homeless, he looked a put together homeless guy.
Right. Like
Yeah.
just like fresh. Like
But it seemed
It is
like
a
he was trying to
lose-lose.
antagonize me.
Yeah, visually though, it's a lose
a
lose.
steak dinner? What the fuck?
Yeah, he goes, can you be my friend and buy me a steak dinner? I hate that.
Yeah, I like that though.
At least you
It's me-
shoot your shot on that one.
Yeah.
He was like, "Can you help me out?" No. Well, can you go above and beyond to help me out?
Yeah.
Can you wine and dine me, sir? How do you eat sushi, homeless guy?
He
What are you gonna order?
And then he ordered a California roll.
yeah. And then he dunked
So
it
I
in like
cracked
a
him.
donut. Yeah.
His fucking hands. Not a classy homeless.
Well,
guy.
this is because are you like your bark? So like the Morning Good listeners listens to years of me barking and having these horror stories.
Oh,
and
cool.
now
Yeah,
you're like you've experienced all of that too now.
I
where-
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting towards my tipping point of barking.
Yeah,
I'm
of
like
course.
I'm just about ready to pop my top of like I'm gonna lose my mind on somebody if they
It is
talk to me the wrong way.
draining, bro. It's draining.
It's really degrading.
Totally. People are so mean.
But the shop barking is okay. So like, I don't know how much you've barked with your listeners, but it's like when you're in front of the shop, it's more of a hang.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
everyone's,
yeah.
it's for an hour, and you're just kind of like you're really just catcalling people. trying to
Yeah.
get them to come in. Half the time, I feel like we scare them away. It's like we're like,
Most of the
"Hey,
time.
come on, baby!" And then
That's how I feel about Rhino too when he's barking sometimes. He's like, hey, there's a show. You want to? And people are like, ah.
I don't have any change.
But Alan somehow is an incredible barker, even though he's like a weird looking guy.
yeah, well, he's
Go for
non-threatening.
Yeah.
He's a good barker.
He's
Wait.
a great barker.
Yeah, he
I
is a
kinda
good
see it.
barker.
We were saying he belongs in like a Christmas village or something like that. Like he
That's
should
funny.
be like conducting like a train and
No,
like
he's like a circus. That's fairly funny.
yeah. I think Patty Babe's that. Like that's the fun. He just has such a Christmassy look to his face.
He really does. But he
looks
barks like a
Bad-
circus.
He looks like Bad Santa. You're right.
yeah.
He's like, comedy show, guys. We have a show. Like it almost feels like buskery. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's probably why people kind of like see him and like they're like, oh, this is a real comedy
This is
show.
a That's a goofy looking guy.
Yeah.
Do you have a spot on McDougal that you prefer to bark at?
I used to be in front of Ben's because like Comedy Cellar Comics would talk to you. And that would be cool. To,
That
like,
is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to think the front door was better, but there's too many suspects. There's a lot of suspects. There's guys selling cocaine.
Dude, there was
and
a guy who pulled a
McDougal-
knife on me there, and then he is there. I see him every day for the rest of my life, and nothing has
Yeah.
been done about this guy.
who's the guy with the green beard? I want to
truly live in
crack
the
that guy.
Oh, the guy with the blue beard.
The guy now it's green, but yes.
Yeah.
You know that guy?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Hate that dude.
I don't know what he's involved.
Wait, somebody pulled a knife on you?
Yeah. The hard part about this podcast.
Is
Yeah,
Right,
you
okay.
don't want to
Yeah,
rehash the
yeah,
story. I
yeah,
understand.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We're the guests, so we don't want to know about you.
Yeah. But it's like I think I'm doing the opposite where you have that like side of you that comes out, and I'm the opposite where I'm just like a laid back Florida guy who's now turning into a just aggressive like New Yorker kind of person.
I think it brings because I would never describe myself as a confrontational person, but I think in my short time being here, I feel like especially barking, it comes out on
Definitely.
when someone like especially when like a bro gives you like a oh yeah you're funny.
I'm funnier.
I'll fucking kill you. That's what comes out now.
Yeah, that's why I always do that shit when they're like, "Oh, put me on the show." I literally like,
Oh yeah.
I bring them to the venue and I go, "We're gonna get you on stage. What do you want us to bring you up with?" And just watch them like,
You want to do that?
Yeah, no, I've done it.
You have done it.
We got to start
Yes.
doing that.
Yeah,
That's awesome. No,
Good.
that's
Yeah,
good.
all right,
Does it
good.
work?
Sounds good. Let's get in.
100% of the time they will not do stand. Maybe like 10% of the time they'll say they'll do it, but every time I've done it, they walk towards the venue and they're like, "You know what, dude?" And then I'm like, "Oh no, you're a pussy." And then their friends are like, "You're a pussy." And then now they're just getting shamed by their
Oh,
friends.
bro, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Shame.
That's a great move.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing
Because it's like worst case scenario, you're not gonna put him on stage. Like worst case scenario, you go, "No, I'm just messing with you."
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
He just wasted his time. Best case scenario, he looks like a fucking bitch in front of his friends.
And you win.
Yeah.
I love a good win, barking.
Yeah, and then you spit
Love
in
a
his
good
face.
barking win.
Yeah. But there's some barkers that are like, I mean, they're just so like chill about it. And I do feel like there's an art to that of just being like, hey, what are you guys doing? It's like I care so little about the human beings that pass by.
Yeah. Well, then
It
there's
hurts.
a lot of them who are just trying to get pussy. That's how like Kinback was. He was just trying to get laid all the time.
I can understand that. I think I'm leaning more towards that end, especially in front of the shop. You're kind of like, last night I had that
it's
girl.
a hang, bro.
Yeah.
Because your homies are out there, and so then
Yeah.
But when you're
talk
by
about
yourself
stuff.
on Benz,
God, it's the worst.
like,
Yeah.
you're like, I wouldn't want you to buy this. You know what I mean? Like it's
There's a
really,
wounded animal out there.
Well, and last night was the first night. Like, there's usually not like. Last night was funny because what happened was like. Like the 8 and 10 got canceled because I guess the Knicks game. That's the thing people are blaming now
Yeah.
for
Right,
shows getting
yeah.
canceled. There's always a new thing. Like
yeah.
I feel
Ah,
it's
it's warm
basketball,
out. Yeah.
yeah, it's cold out. It's too close to Christmas. It's too far away from
The election's coming up.
Yeah. Dude, the shit I fucking heard. And apparently there's one bartender at the pair who always says the same thing. He's like, "Bro, just wait till it gets hot outside. The women will come out." And then apparently he told Nikhil the same thing. He's like, "Wait till it gets cold inside." That's when, like, the sun goes up too early. People go, "Oh, well, it gets dark too early." So people, they get
it's
tired.
never right, yeah.
Yeah. Or the sun stays out too long. They're like, "Well, people want to be outside."
Yeah, but
There's
don't you
always-
feel like you have to tell yourself that?
Totally. Yeah.
Just to like be like, yeah, no, that's why this is horrible.
But the truth
have
is,
to.
it's May. No show should get canceled.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a fun time.
yeah, no, the truth is what we're doing is insane.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're trying to justify. Yeah,
And there's probably a comedy bubble that's going to pop that we're all inevitably kind of like.
that is I feel like that conversation has been floating around more often. Do you feel like that's a thing?
I feel like this whole 2024 has been nothing but negativity, and I think that we are reaching the boiling point. Yeah.
I've got a point of this. I want enthusiasm for stuff. I see the way people get involved in like conflicts, and I wish I felt passion for anything now. Like it's kind of sad. Like,
we got a chill vibe.
What do you mean? You don't
dude,
pass
I don't
anymore?
know. I was sitting on the couch the other day, and I was like, because when you first start comedy, you feel like you're like, I'm gonna go out there, and you're really like kind of gateway. You're like, I'm gonna fucking tell the truth, and then I'm like,
Right.
no, that's all kind of like, I'm just gonna do funny jokes, and then I don't know. I've gotten to this point where I'm like, I need some conflict in my life. But like maybe like a good level of conflict. I don't know. It's like
Yeah, but you just got out of a breakup.
need a rap beef,
You're
dude.
kind of like
what you need.
you got new things going on.
yeah. Well, I had a lot of stress with my ex because we were going to have a conversation, and then I talked to her, and she was just so fucking cool, and I'm like,
Yeah, you were in such a good mood. I saw you the other day, like right after that happened, and you're like,
Yeah.
You're like, did I tell you about the great conversation I had with my ex? I'm like,
really
that's a
cheered you
rare
up, huh?
sentence.
dude, she's fucking coolest woman on the planet. She's like, because I thought she was like I thought she was giving me an ultimatum. I thought she was gonna be like, look, we're either getting back together or you're never seeing me again.
Right.
And we both agreed. We're like, and she thought that I was like gonna say I never want to see her again. We both just thought crazy shit was gonna go on. And she was like, yeah, no, I just like think like right now we just shouldn't see each other, but hopefully in the future we could end up like back. And I was like, that's perfect. Yeah, that's like the most.
Yeah. No, that was an extremely rare sentence that you told me in the back. He's like, yeah, did I tell you about the great conversation I had with my ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Never heard
But
some
not in
shit
a way
like
they're
that.
getting back together. In a way that like, oh yeah.
And in my mind, I'm thinking she saw some clip about me sending dick pics, and I'm like, she fucking hates me. And
Was that just like weighing on you for a long time?
yeah. And when I told her like the other day, I was like, look, not that you have to be happy with this, but I'm just gonna talk and post it. Like I'm gonna be posting clips talking about my life. I'm like, I'm fully open now. Like, it's not,
that rocks.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But then the next day, I was randomly like, like I was like, there's almost no conflict now in my life that it's that sounds weird, but it's like
You're too at peace.
yes, that I'm kind of just like yeah.
It'll I think that's the cycle of human behaviors. Like you're at peace
Ebbs
and then
flows,
something
bro.
is gonna make you upset again. I think
Yeah. Well, especially like political stuff because like people post online and people are like right now they're like so intense, and I'm like, God, that's got to feel so nice to be like to post something and just be like, fuck yeah, like
Right.
like it does feel good to be angry about things.
Oh yeah, well
I
it'll
love
consume
arguing.
your day. It keeps you busy.
Yeah.
If you're arguing with somebody on Facebook, you're like, go ahead, fucking do it.
Yeah,
Post
yeah.
again. I'll come back, and then
Yeah,
and then you pull yourself out of it and you're like, what am I this consumed my whole mental capacity today.
Yeah, because most of those people don't have anything else. That's the thing. They don't have anything else going on.
You ever get in a Facebook argument? Not about politics, but just anything?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, most of the people that you're talking to, like, no disrespect, but like,
Yeah, they're
they peaked.
yeah, they're like homunculus people.
yeah, they peaked as like a new employee at Walgreens. Like this is fucking like that was it. And then so
Yeah.
the Facebook arguments is where they really shine. you
Sometimes though, I feel like they need to know that.
You got to tell them. You got to tell them.
See, I do so the opposite. I make the dumbest points. If you're arguing with me, you're a fucking dumbass.
Yeah,
Literally, like I was talking about some like dumb thing, and this guy's like, "You're a fucking pussy," and I'm like, "Dude, I was like 4th in state in junior novice level wrestling, weight class 142." Just like stuff like that. And I'm like, if this guy argues with me, he's fucking stupid.
All right, bro.
Or people say I'm not funny. I'm like, I disagree. My mom gives me a compliment once a week and says I'm like the funniest comic in the world. Or like,
That's really
I
funny.
won my talent show in 1st grade. He's like, just say shit like that.
I
yeah.
love that.
Do you feel like comedy is getting worse or better? Just because
Dude,
of everything. Just because of everything. This is like it feels like one of the most like tumultuous times.
Well, I was gonna say I'm enthusiastic about the pop. I think it's gonna pop, and I'm excited about it because I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I think a lot of people that bother me are gonna slowly be like, oh, I'm quitting. I can't do this.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? There's no room for them anymore.
yeah.
At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm like the guy like outside with the sign that says like it's gonna end. Like I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the rapture.
That
of
is kind
comedy.
of true too, because like everybody who there's no money in comedy anymore. like it's really
No.
interesting. Like there's a lot of places like I do so many unpaid spots, like so many unpaid spots,
Exclusive.
Too many.
which I'm fine with. But apparently back in the day, that was like not like it was like you could easily make a living as like a comedian
in New York City.
Yeah.
What you think about that today?
There are people
Crazy
who do
thing
it.
to think about. There are but they're at a cellar,
Yeah.
New York Comedy
And to be
Club.
fair, I've made it 7 months without a day job, but I also sold my car. I also like was on unemployment.
Right.
And I also like traveled and like would make money doing road gigs. It's
That's
like,
kind of how I
You
exist right
hustled
now.
it.
yeah.
But I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding like a gut pig in this godforsaken
Yeah.
city.
But you're living the dream.
I am living the dream.
But
Don't
if
ever
any
forget
woman
it.
asks, absolutely, every cent I ever earn is from stand up.
Yeah, even my parents.
Oh,
They're like, how much did you make?
Are you kidding me? Some of these girls, I'm the biggest thing out.
That was the funniest. My ex asked me, she's like, "Are you full time comedy?" I'm like, Well, I don't have really like a job, so
Yeah,
yeah.
it's sort of my passion. Yeah.
Why- now that you ask. Yes, I am, dude. I don't know.
But it's one of those things too. It's like the whole like it was really interesting because like when I started comedy, and I hate talking about PC shit, but it's just like kind of relevant now because it's kind of like that thing fully reversed. But then it was like, did you watch the roast of Tom Brady?
Yeah.
I did. No, I heard it was good though.
You didn't watch it?
No,
oh,
on
bro, you
Netflix.
gotta check that out.
The funny
Netflix. Damn, you are. Bro. Let me help you out, bro.
It's all right, bro. Give me your password.
That's what I might do it. I feel bad.
The really funny part about it was like now it's like okay to call people gay and stuff like that. And so every football player was like so excited to call people gay. And, like, every football player was like, "He fucking sucks cock! He balls! Yeah!" They were so excited to finally be able
That's
to
funny
do
as hell.
It was like, dude, Gronk was like bursting at the seams. He's like, "You fucking suck balls!" And
Yeah.
Dude, Julian Edelman's like it was 10 minutes of like I gargle nuts. Like,
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
was so hype.
Yeah.
To be-
And for me, it's like, look, gay jokes will always be funny, but I got bored of it at the thing. I got kind of, but that's just
At the roast, you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all they talked.
No, yeah, I think the pendulum's swinging the other way. I think I'm almost tired. And
I'm gonna become a woke comic. I'm so bored.
You're going that way?
I'm going the other way. I'm
Guys,
switching.
this is
That's
wrong.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of a straight white man? Yeah, you're on stage. That would
I'm
be really
completely
funny.
reverse. People would be like, wait, we have 200 hours if you're saying retarded and get. I was like, yeah, but
If you were ironically a woke comedian, I think that would be so funny.
dude, I want to do it. Like that just sounds really.
You should go clean, go woke.
That's why I thought Shane for his SNL monologue should have just totally reversed it and just gotten like had like his hair down here.
Yeah. Blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he really didn't stick it to them that hard on that monologue.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean? He just kind of played it safe, I think. He just did his act.
yeah.
Where
Well,
you, yeah, go ahead.
well, no, yeah. And I think once again, no thoughts or enthusiasm for anything, so you can continue.
Well, yeah. Hilarious.
I'm losing. I'm just losing enthusiasm.
What a controversial host you are, Michael.
I know, dude. Michael's like, I really don't care.
I'm excited to have fun, but I'm like, I wish I just had like a
No, dude. Wait, time out, man. What can we like? You should join like a club or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you should start cutting yourself. That would be fun.
Yeah,
right?
that
To
would
make
be
you feel
We're talking
something.
about conflict. There you go.
I want to feel something.
I have no religion. You creatively, I want to have a creative idea, but it's just not coming. Like in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna create a series that's made out of clay. Like I'm just trying to like have that idea.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what you
fuck
do?
that
You know what
shit,
you need to
dude.
do? You need to go on a trip. You need to like go.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's a
you
good
need to do
idea.
something like you need to come back with stories. That's what you need. You need to make some new stories.
I'm going to Austin, but it's like I'm just gonna do comedy there. It's like
Nah, but you need like your car to break down.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need to, like,
But
meet
something
a
will
home-
happen though.
Yeah,
you know what I
some
mean? You'll
weird-
find.
weird
I
shit
think
happen to you.
but any people that like when you start, and they're like, some days you got to just go out and live your life. So that guy's just being lazy.
Yeah.
I always feel like
Yeah.
I think there is something to be said about that. But anybody that's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm just trying to like research. You're like, no, you just don't want to do because life I think finds you. No matter how much you
Life
invest yourself in this,
life finds you.
I think it finds
That's
you.
adorable. You should get that on, like a wooden.
Yeah, I'm kind of
That's so cute.
full of a lot of idioms, guys.
Yeah.
I can't put you in a box, Luca Ferro.
Yeah, don't you ever try, brother.
I can't, dude.
Don't
Dude,
you
like,
ever
When I see your
try.
Instagram stories, you'll post like something and then something else, and I'm like, what's going on with this guy?
He's the most conservative, liberal, open-minded, closed-minded,
I like that.
racist,
I'm moving.
racist, ethnically. You bilingual too, man? What's
I'm not bilingual, though.
Oh man, dude, look is a very fun guy to talk.
Yeah.
Were you there when like some kind of whatever that venue is across from the comedy shop like got out and they were just all like they took over that Grandma One pizza? You know, like it was but it was like just all black guys. It was like black guys all over Grandma One pizza, and someone was
Excited to see where this goes. Now I have enthusiasm. I have passion in my heart again.
I was like, I love how you started this.
Well, and somebody, I thought it might have been Julian, but like he was like, "What's going on here?" And I was like, "Seems to be some sort of African American pizza party." That's why he was like, he was like,
These
"What?"
all seem like good guys. I was on the N-word to drop.
It was like the most half racist, half politically correct answer.
Dude,
Some
I
sort of
can't-
African American pizza party.
Yeah. Because it depends how you say it. Because if you're like some kind of fucking African American.
Yeah. Well, I don't swear. It's kind of flipping.
It could have been, like there's black guys everywhere. I'm like, okay, all right, and it bothered you?
No, I had no feelings about it whatsoever. It's just black guys getting pizza. That's fine. but I'm going to describe it as what it is.
It's so funny.
Some sort of function.
That is a funny. There's always these Eventbrite things. You see black guy pizza party. It's just such a
Sounds
weird.
like so funny.
Yeah,
How you doing?
Yeah.
Just a meetup.com African American pizza party.
Michael Good. Michael Good.
Because it's also like a pizza party is like the whitest shit imaginable.
Right,
Like, it
that's
is
why I
very,
thought it
like-
was funny.
Yeah, everybody loves pizza, but a pizza party is like when people have like no excuse to have like a real, like it's like,
Yeah, it's like the corporate office. There's a
Yes.
pizza party in the back. Yeah.
yeah. It's like not a real party.
You get along real well with black people. I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
I think you get along real well.
I'm fun.
Especially like old school black. I think you and old school black guys would get along real well.
Yeah, well, because I don't think because I feel like white people that
You know
haven't
Chris
been
Keys?
No, I don't.
Oh, dude, he's just like he's black guy at the pair, like big beard. He has his
Oh yes, he's got
Yes.
he has like the most firm back on the planet. The guy who works at
Yes,
Crunch.
yes.
Yeah, dude. One time I like
And he's got the
patted him
deepest
on the back,
voice.
and I was like, "Is this a
Cut your
mountain?"
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
felt like
yeah.
a boulder.
But he's just always saying very positive old black guy stuff.
He's always like, "Man, we out here and we're doing it."
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, he'll be like, how's it going, man? I'm like living the dream, and he's like, don't we ever forget it?
Yeah.
Like that's
That's a classic.
it's a great interaction once a day.
Whenever you say like, how are you doing? He's like, good. Got no other choice.
yeah, that does rock.
Yeah.
Dude, old black guys always talk like they wizards, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, you're like, God damn, is there a new path gonna open up for me now? Like,
Yeah.
I talk to you, bro?
Dude, I was talking to my room about it too. It's like, you know what I want in my life? I want to find out I'm special in some way. Like, I want somebody to come to me.
I
like,
know, bro. I was thinking the other day. I wish like some dude
Like
in like a
X-Men?
suit just
Yeah.
pulled up and was like, come with me. And
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
yes.
Wait,
Yes.
you know how they
You're
find the
insanely
X-Men?
fucking talented. You just don't know it.
You don't understand, dude.
That's so, I think
Percy Jackson, like, hey man, Poseidon's your dad. Like, yes.
I think that's such an our generation thing because we grew up on so many movies like that,
For sure.
where like you're just like, oh, like someone knocks at the door and you happen to be the guy, you're the chosen one.
Dude,
You want to be the
oh,
chosen one so
you just-
bad.
You got bit by the spider, now you're Spider-Man, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's why we do this. We want to be the main thing.
Totally,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
I think that's yeah.
It'd also be nice to find like answers to my side effects. You know how like in Wanted he has like anxiety.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
actually, you not being able to get your dick hard is
It's-
actually
it-
yeah.
Is
Because
Wanted
you're
the teleport
You're the
movie?
lost prince of Egypt.
yeah.
Michael
Like, I
Good.
knew it.
You didn't know this?
Or like Optimus
We've been
Prime.
hiding it from you since birth.
That's so funny.
We need you to start a rebellion and take the throne. Like, oh man, that
sounds
would be
incredible.
so dope.
Well, like,
I wish I could do.
Remember
magic.
Shia LaBeouf in Transformers? He's just like
Yes.
dating the hottest bitch, has Optimus Prime, like
Another
is like,
Luca
I
Ferro
need you.
Freudian slip, which I love.
Yeah.
You just said bitch casually.
Right, yes.
That's what I was saying. You say some open-minded shit that you call going abroad. And I love you, man.
Well, it's Megan Fox. She fixes cars. That's
You're
it.
right.
Yeah. That's a hot bitch.
She's a car bitch.
I'm not gonna call it a classy lady. She's a mechanic.
He's a mechanic.
She's got
My
oil.
dad's a deadbeat.
Yeah. Her dad's hitting her or whatever, and then he takes her away in Bumblebee. That's
Yeah. That I will say that formed my
cool though.
that formed my opinion on women. Like my taste is just like a dirty Megan Fox.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But it's like
It's kind of messed up. When are those guys gonna get not Me Too'd, but like the Drake treatment? Because she was like 15 in that.
Dude, that's what I thought. I looked it up. She was not.
How old is
There's
she?
some rumor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
thought she was small.
Because
I
I said
thought
the
she was-
same thing. Yeah.
But back up, in what world are you dating a mechanic girl that's a 10 out of 10 smoke show? Like
Only in Transformers.
only
Only in
in
movies.
only in a Michael Bay film
Facts.
is that possible? Because any girl that's a mechanic, like, is a 10 out of 10, she's not gonna fix cars. She's gonna be on
Almost like that?
OnlyFans.
No way. Yeah.
They
How
say
old is
Sydney
she?
Remember she
Sweeney
was
fixed
greased
cars.
up?
Carl.
Remember she was greased up in that sunset scene?
Yeah, she's like under the hood.
Nobody fixed cars like that. I don't
Yeah,
think the
yeah.
engine was in there.
And like that was their way of sort of being feminist. Because like before it was like, how do I fix my engine? And now she's like, no, I got it. But
I
she's
got
still in Daisy Dukes.
Yeah. No, yeah, that movie was fucking insane. Yeah, but that special like feeling. of
Great
like,
films,
And I
the
want to argue
Transformers.
with somebody too. You know what I mean? Like I want like an octopus man to be like, "This is your path," and I'm like, "I just want to be
I
regular."
don't want to be.
You want to deny it? You want to deny
I
it?
don't want this power.
I just want to be a regular guy, desperately trying to get pussy out there and doing okay at shows.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
Have you done this? What would be your like? Okay, like let's set the scene.
I love that. You want to deny it?
You're mad.
Yeah,
You're in this magic world. You get chosen. What's like your superpower or like what's your backstory that's like special? Well, you only get one. You choose, and this is like your magic life now.
Honestly, like this is really lame, but I want the standard one. I want the one that's like just strong. Like I just want to be strong.
You're just strong.
I mean,
Like,
that's
you just
cool,
throw, like,
yeah.
but like Superman strong. Like you could throw like boulders and shit.
Yeah. I think like honestly, Spider-Man skills would probably be the perfect one.
I would like to teleport.
Teleport.
Teleport's a good power.
Teleport's a good
Underrated
power.
power. Teleport.
Yeah, because I guess it would be nice Dude, traveling with stand-up would be so sick. You could literally do so many shows.
Yeah,
Why
you
would
remember that movie?
Why would you go there, dude?
I'm still doing stand-up.
Open your mind up to more. You're not a comedian anymore. You're a superhero.
Yo, if I get superpowers, I am
Help somebody,
done.
dude. Goddamn.
Dude, I could do 2 spots at the same time and not reject one.
I'm at the cellar. Now I'm at the pussycat. Now I'm at the cellar.
This guy gets to teleport. Oh, did he save it? I'm like, nah, dude. He did the Laugh Factory, then showed up at the cellar.
No,
Yeah, the
it's
world's
so
just
funny.
falling apart.
Fucking
No,
Well,
you get
just take a
powers, you quit
flight.
stand-up, dude. You can't have powers and do stand-up.
No. That's
Yeah,
such a
that
waste
is
of time.
true.
Well,
It's
no,
like- it's like
you
willing
can
to-
still do it in your free time. Like,
But like if you
Spider-Man delivered pizza.
Yeah, but if you let's say take the powers out of it. Let's say you win the lottery. Are you still doing stand-up?
Hell no.
Yo, I
Well,
will say this.
actually,
Okay, here's a question.
maybe I
You
would.
can't. Like you can't be
I
funny and
would.
be a millionaire. You know what I mean?
I go to Mike's for shits and I still want to. I just can't see myself not wanting to.
I
do it,
agree,
bro.
but at the same time, it's like the dream ain't happening. I'll just buy a club at that point.
This
I
is
win the
dumb thing.
lottery?
Why?
Yeah, just
why
perform at
did
your own club.
Why did Spider-Man not get a job? Like he has skills.
Well, he was smart, right? Why
Yeah,
did he,
yeah, yeah.
Why did he?
Well, no. I think that I was just watching the second one. Doctor Octopus wants him to work at his.
That's right. He was like a 10th year grad student.
Right, but I'm saying if you have superpowers, you could put those in another way. And like I get that people could be like, "Oh, that's Spider-Man." That might give it away a little bit, but it's like also like
You can control how much you put out. Remember when he fought in the wrestling thing?
Yeah,
he
he
could have
sh-
been a.
Oh
like
yeah, that was
Exactly.
that was like an iconic. I remember being a kid.
yeah, so tough.
Come down, it's playtime. Whatever he says to him, he's like, "Yeah, you're kind of a fucking loser." He's like shit talking him on top.
Why
Yeah.
didn't he get a different? Well, he probably wanted to lay low.
yeah, but it's like you're gonna fucking deliver pizza.
No, because he's
But,
kind
like,
of a
think about
pussy
it.
still.
Every villain would be like. Like you kick some guy a certain way. Doc
like,
Ock's watching WWE.
Yeah, he's like, wait,
yeah.
that's
Who
the
the
same
fuck
kick.
is that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he
But
kicked me like that last week.
It's also weird that he was still such a pussy because, like, in my mind, I'm like, dude, if I knew I could literally like kill every single human being,
I totally would.
no, I wouldn't kill them, but I would have some level of. I'll be honest, I have horrible diarrhea. I'm gonna hold it in because we're only 30 minutes in. We might have to stop
Doing it right
recording.
now.
Right now.
Yeah, you want to go shit? Go ahead.
We can keep it going.
We can recompose you.
Let's see how long
Can
I
this
can-
fit in there? Like,
Dude,
Yeah, are you gonna cut that part? Are you gonna cut the part about your horrible diarrhea?
no, dude, this is fucking.
That's
yeah.
just freelance.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
mom
this
might
is-
watch
his-
this.
this is
too.
We're gonna see. I'm starting to.
his core fans are looking forward to this part.
Yeah, this is what I want to do.
They're like, oh, the classic bit.
Classic.
Michael gets diarrhea.
Good. They're dabbing each other in the classic.
Yeah, he made it 32
Diarrhea.
minutes this time. No,
Yo,
I wanna
Michael
see how
shit his
long I
pants
can go.
again on the podcast. Dude.
Let's see how long I can go without shit.
There's nothing worse than swamp ass, bro. There's nothing worse than.
No, I thought swamp is just like you have sweaty ass. I don't think
This
you
guy's
get
shitting his
diarrhea.
pants. He's
Yeah.
talking about it. Nothing worse than
Nothing
having
worse
a
than-
big log.
Yeah,
in
just a
your
little
pants.
bit of swamp ass.
Nothing worse than a diaper change, dude. Tough time.
Which is worse, having to poop or having to pee? Definitely having to poop.
Having to shit because you're like kind of like.
Why
wrestling.
are we switching roles now? I said poop, you said shit.
I'll be honest.
yeah, you're
we're
right.
stopping this right now and coming back.
All right, I'll check
All
it
right.
out.
We're back. We're back. Not to cut off that. The shit was great.
Shit was good.
It was fantastic. And my dad texted me during it saying the sweetest thing. I'm just having like really bad
So
diarrhea.
on the side though, Mike, I don't know if I love you taking diarrhea in the middle of the podcast. I know I'm a guest, but that's something that I'm gonna mark in my head. Like, when people ask me afterwards, how was the podcast? I'm gonna go, it was
Took a big
fine.
shit
but
right in the
except
middle.
Michael
Shit
did
happened.
admit openly that he had diarrhea and took a diarrhea. In the podcast.
I
That's
do like.
fine.
Yeah. The
respect
the funny is Matt and Shane used to do this thing where they would like. I think it was them. They would like do this thing called the shit cast. They'd edit into the podcast where they'd go and take a shit in the bathroom, and the guy next to him, they just be like, "Okay, just a heads up, we're recording. It'll be on like your phone, not video, but just audio.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you're on the shit cast right now. So technically, this is going to be on a podcast." and they're just talking to a guy in the
stall next to him. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
But my dad texted me just the sweetest thing. He goes, "You are the angel, Michael. Be strong and do good." Well, I'm just
While you're
shitting my
just-
brains out.
Wow, that's a really nice text
That
from
is
your
really
father.
nice.
You were the angel Michael,
Yeah.
like the archangel.
Yeah. That's what it's named after. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
fuck
he
yeah.
good? He's good.
The angel?
No, you're dead.
Yeah. No. He's like the sweetest man on the planet.
Does your
Okay,
dad
okay.
send you a lot of like
Thank God.
nice things like that?
My dad like thinks he's Mufasa. Like the text message, he says my son. Like it's a very weird way to like text people.
My dad does shit like that too.
Yeah,
He'll be
yeah.
like, you know, I love you so much, son. Good night.
Randomly.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, he's got some. I think like he's never been like when he was younger, his dad never told him that he loved him, so he feels like he needs to. But
Yeah.
but every time my dad says that he loves me, it always feels like he thinks I'm gonna die. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? It's,
No,
like,
I
it's never
totally
like,
agree.
hey, I love you, man. It's always like, I love you.
I know.
You
I've been
die.
thinking- I've been thinking.
Are our dads both about to kill themselves?
I know. In my mind, I was kind of like, that's why I was like, is he good? Like everything's good.
Yeah.
Because like,
But it is
our
alarming.
angel of life. Remember, he stays strong. I'm like, wait, where's he going?
Calling you the
My
angel.
dad lights himself on fire in front of the Trump thing.
Is he a martyr?
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully not. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Me
Though.
and my dad just talk about, bro. My dad called me the other day.
Is your dad like because I don't really know too much about your background. Like, is your parents from Africa?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but like they've been here for their whole lives, so they're still like immigrants in the sense that it's like tough. But like my parents are also like very soft. Like my mom, I talk to my mom every day. My mom calls me every
Same,
single day. Then my dad, we have an interesting relationship because like my parents are separated.
Yeah.
So it was like weird for like a little bit. Where you become a teenager and you're like, I'm like, you're not even here.
Right.
But we found this crazy middle ground because we both love sports so much.
Oh,
And
yeah?
we found this thing.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
like someone, I was talking to somebody, and they were like going through it with their dad, and they're like, what do you guys? How do you and your dad deal with it? I was like, my dad called me for 30 minutes on my birthday, and he just talked about LeBron the whole time.
That's great. Yeah.
We just talked. I was like, bro, we talked about the NBA. Like it's a great, totally peaceful. It's fantastic.
Yeah. That's a good thing. See, neither me nor my dad like sports. So like,
Same.
yeah, we'll have like random conversations about like, I don't know, I really like that my dad will just have the most like crazy conversations about just like very complex issues. We'll just have a conversation. We'll just get like canoeing and talk about abortion for like 2 hours.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like being able to just, especially it's cool with dads because like as you get older, you're like, damn, I'm kind of like this guy a little bit. Like you start to see the similaries and shit.
Yeah,
Totally,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So-
like when I said I was going to correct that homeless guy earlier, I was like, that's my dad. My dad just came out at me.
Yeah.
Is that what you told?
To
It'd be funny
say
if that's what
crack.
you told the homeless guy too. Like, sorry, that's my father.
On the phone though, my friend's on the
He
phone.
just goes, it's okay. It's okay.
That's not me.
You guys, that's not me anymore.
Well, just that language. I'm going to crack you. That's something my dad would say, not me.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound like a young guy thing. I've never heard like a young guy.
No.
Crack you
Yeah. Well, you want to get cracked?
in your skull.
Yeah, one of my friends, he's the worst shit talker. He's a very tough guy, but it's so funny. He's like, "Don't do that, man!" And he's like, "I'm
Yeah.
gonna kick your butt." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Bro,
right.
you can't be saying that in a
That's
fight."
so funny.
But it's also really funny to get your ass kicked by a guy who's like,
Who's like talking like Robin?
yeah. Take that, bud. You're like,
Could you imagine getting jumped by like those dudes in the 20s? Like, come here, see?
oh my god, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna rough you up. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what?
Another guy comes over and runs over you with a penny farthing bike.
Like the weird horn. That sounds awful, dude.
Yeah.
What time period would you live in if you could live in anyone?
Probably.
And I have my answers, but
They're definitely different based on race.
What's your
I-
answer?
I mean, anytime after 1985, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have a specific time?
I would go. I think it would be really fun to live in like the 80s. Like, I mean, I know that's different for certain people, but like that Ronald Reagan era of like Pablo Escobar, Miami
Cocaine era.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
hell.
That sounds pretty cool.
When everyone's just like stocks like all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah,
hyped.
but you might get AIDS. You ever think
That's
about that?
true.
Dude, I will say this. I thought I was going to
But
get.
the only way you get AIDS at then is because you're having a lot of fun.
That's true.
Magic
I thought I was-
Johnson has a good time.
I caught my most homophobic moment the other day with AIDS. So I pride myself in not being homophobic. I think as a straight guy, I mean, I've done a lot of gay shit. Been a trans lady, had a finger in my ass. There's a lot of like I think. But I was first off, my buddy was in town. He's like, we're gonna go to this 10 a.m. rave on Saturday or Sunday.
Awesome.
So I was like, yeah, this is weird. I'll do it. And I always, when I was in a relationship, I always heard people say, oh, like I was at this Brooklyn rave. I never got to experience that. So I was like, oh, maybe it'll be cool to go to one of these weird Brooklyn. And boy, was I wrong. It
Yeah,
was
that
the
sounds
grossest
horrible.
people. Because I went to raves in high school and all these like fucking hot chicks and
Yeah,
like,
like rave babes.
yeah. None of that there. Just weird Brooklyn people that are like literally disgusting. And this is the most homophobic thing I've realized in my life. I was talking to this guy who he had this like fuzzy bucket hat, like a leather thing that said porn star.
Yeah.
Like and I was like, this guy's fun. I liked I liked his energy. I'm very like a lot of people get annoyed. They're like, yeah, well, I don't mind gay guys, but when they're really, I'm like, no, I like the gay guy that's like cartoonishly. I think it's awesome.
that's
I'm like,
great.
this guy's fun to talk to. And then he just started talking really close to me, and spit was flying out of his mouth. And I immediately
my
went,
God.
I'm gonna catch AIDS. Like I just immediately was like, I'm gonna
First
get fucking.
idea.
Yeah, my first idea is like, I was like, if somebody has AIDS, it's this guy here, and I'm gonna get AIDS. And I got really fucking nervous.
Yeah,
Which
it's a
is not-
10 a.m. rave with the porn star bugging
which
it.
is like not how you get AIDS, but like in my mind, there's still just a fear that he was gonna spit in my mouth because it has to be blood. I'm like, what if he had blood in his mouth, and then the blood? I had a cut on my face.
Bro,
and
if
then-
you got AIDS from a 10 a.m. rave in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty funny.
Terrible. It's a terrible way to go.
Terrible way to go. Pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
yeah,
Pretty funny.
Yeah,
Rave
Gotta
AIDS.
suck.
rave AIDS, sir. You have rave AIDS.
Sir,
We do Rave AIDS is would we do like a benefit concert for him? Like
Yeah, Diplo shows up.
Yeah. Stay away from me, but have fun. Yeah.
the Good Cause show.
You're just in like a plastic box. Just, thanks for coming out, everybody, to the Rave AIDS.
It's just it's a roast.
Thanks, Dead Mouse.
Yeah, but like we were just watching X-Men the other day, like Magneto, that like glass cube he's in, just one of
Yes,
those where
yes.
they're keeping me completely far away.
Dude, a lot of X-Men talk today.
Yeah, well, it'd be funny too. We're talking about.
Wait, you said teleportation. I was going back to the superpowers thing. Like, keep going.
Oh yeah. No, I think that the idea also of me going to the doctors getting AIDS. He's like, were you talking to Dante? He's like, yeah, that's the gayest guy on the planet. You for sure got AIDS from talking to Dante.
Yeah, he knows the guy.
Yeah.
He calls him Dante.
Dante, stop talking to straight dudes. You're gonna get AIDS.
Well, yeah, but I think it's okay to be like, hey, please stop spitting in my face, gay guy.
Yeah, but I would say gay.
Why did you add gay guy at the end of that?
Well, you just like
You could have said guy. You could have said nothing.
Yeah.
You added gay.
but like, are you wrong in saying that?
Stop spitting probably another man's cum in my face. Right now. Yeah, but I was funny because I really pride myself with not being homophobic. I'm like, nah, there's a little bit of it in there.
Why do you pride yourself on not being
Well, I think once it's like
Because I think it's like because I don't have a
badge?
lot.
well, it's like yeah, right. You're like, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you
By
know,
the way,
I'm an ally.
It sounds like you're like
Let
I've
me
been
try to
working on
tangle
it for like sorry. It sounds like you're like I've been working on it for a long time.
Like,
like I'm really proud of like how far I've come.
well, I do think it's like a hierarchy of needs thing. Like if like if like your health is in jeopardy, it's sort of all that like progressive shit goes out the window, doesn't it? A little bit. Like if you're in danger in your mind,
Oh, for sure. That's
you're
fine.
sort of like, oh yeah, like
gay.
Yeah.
I really pride myself. A little bit of spit gets on his lip. You gay.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like a Baptist minister now.
Yeah, just completely turn it around. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. There's not much to say about that. I'm a little homophobic.
I don't think that's homophobic. I think you're just like, I don't want the gay guy spitting in my mouth. I think it's fine. Like,
Yeah, but I'm
hey guys, I'm cool with the
specifically
gays, but
going,
please don't
he
spit in my
is
mouth.
gay, so he has AIDS. Like, because there's no other. If it was a straight guy spitting in my mouth, I would be like, that's kind of gross. Or if it was I let women spit in my
No,
mouth.
but okay, but if let's say, well, also you don't even know if he's gay. Let's just say it was a guy
Okay,
with a.
come on.
I know, but
It
okay.
is-
Let's say it's a straight guy with a bucket hat and a porn star T-shirt, and he's spitting in your mouth. I would probably be equally upset.
Dude, that's why I think I'm homophobic. I
Man,
think I'm more.
Luca is mind blowing to be honest. Like, I can't the juxtaposition of being like, get away from me, gay guy, and then being like, I'll be just as mad. If he was a straight man in a suit and not in a bunch of glittery leather.
It was only like my brain started thinking this guy has AIDS, like because he's gay, and it was really fucked up.
Yeah, I guess you're
Okay, bro. Like, I think like, dude, like I always talk about. I'm African, man. Like everyone I've ever been around growing up, like it took so long for me to get to this point too. Like in terms of like being like super open and welcoming, because like it's that shit is like in deep.
Yeah, it's like I said,
You're
it's
from
like
Florida, bro. You know how we grew up, man.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, but I think it's like
I like that. You just blame it on Florida.
You're
from Florida, man. You don't want AIDS, man.
This is how I was raised.
baby.
Yeah.
You say you say Florida like you're from Florida. You don't want AIDS, man. Come on, you're from Florida.
We don't do that over
I
there.
thought AIDS started in Florida.
I'm just hoping one day I'll be comfortable.
Nah,
enough.
definitely New York. Stonewall, right?
yeah, you're right.
One day I want Dante to be able to spit blood into my mouth, and for me to be like,
You're just
and
like,
shake hands. And say,
No, you don't want that. No spit in your mouth. Well,
because you're gonna be like, didn't get AIDS, but the doctor's gonna be like, we have hepatitis A, B, C, D.
Well, the craziest is I had unprotected sex with a woman like 3 days before before that. And then I'm like, yeah, but I can't talk to
Fuck,
Dante.
there's a double
You know what I mean? I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, like, okay, here's an accidental racist thought I had. Like, this is my like similar situation. Okay, I'm on the
Accidental?
Like, yeah, like it doesn't mean anything. Like, if you're on the like, I was
Need something to the other
like, if I see a guy with like a white guy, let's say a white guy gets on the train with a W9 double mask. Like, you know, I start to assume things about
I know
that
where
guy.
this is going.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're like,
okay.
I assume a lot of things. I go, this guy's probably a liberal. This guy's probably like believes in, you know, like it just voted for Bernie. Like you get so much right. Like that's what I see if I have a white guy with a W9 mask on. I go, this guy's probably like, you know, really progressive. Like will
I think it's
bother
called
me.
a W-9 mask. I think it's the tax form.
Yeah, you know,
W9 is the
1099.
The guy has a tax form on his face.
Yeah, this
W9 mask.
He's got a tax mask
We got
on.
an LLC.
No, okay, all right.
Okay, so he's got a 1099.
1099 mask.
So what did you assume?
No,
about-
that's also a tax form.
I'm kind of just waiting for you. Okay, what did you assume?
All right,
about
no,
the black
okay,
guy?
no, there's no black guy.
What?
No, not in this story.
I was waiting for the same thing.
Wait,
No,
you're
listen.
racist to the white guy?
You're derailing.
I
me.
know. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
1099 mask, not W9. Do your
No,
taxes.
no, it's not. 1099 is another tax thing.
What is it called? It's 1099.
No,
definitely not.
1099 is the form.
B99.
It's something with a 9 though.
WD40.
It's got a 9 in it. What kind of?
what is the medical mask? Hey, quick question. What's the medical mask? It has a 9 on it, like a something 9.
N95.
M95. WD40. They,
N95.
if I see a guy with an M95 mask, he's got it on his face. I'm assuming a lot of things. I'm assuming he's progressive. I'm assuming he's liberal. I'm assuming he probably, you know, a lot of things. If I see a group of Asians get on the train and they have masks on, I go, that's just Asians doing Asian stuff.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Damn, bro. Even your I get, but I can't. Again, it just sounded like a compliment to me.
Yeah, that wasn't.
To
That
the
was, you
Asians.
just looked like a good person. You
Yeah.
said, I see no.
Yeah. If anything, you're just like this fucking white liberal
No,
guy.
yeah,
I can understand. Okay, so like,
But
I
I'm
think-
assuming
cosplaying
but
as
that's on like the non-racist thing would be to assume both things about those people. But I just go, oh, Asians wear masks. That's the thing that they do.
yeah.
But then I
that's
see the
true.
guy with white guy with the mask.
To be
I go,
fair though,
Yeah.
and I really never thought about it before, but like, damn, bro, they've been wearing masks for a minute.
for sure they were.
because they knew it was coming. They were cooking it up. They knew
That's
it.
that's the
Now that's racist.
yeah.
It's racist to tell the truth. That's the funniest thing. People go, you say something racist, they're like, it's racist because it's true. Yeah, that would still, yeah.
Because that's what they don't want.
That's
you to
how they
say.
are.
Yeah. No, I know. I agree with you. Everybody has racist thoughts, and stuff
It's okay, but just we can't like I think like you said, comedy is swinging back. I think it's okay to like obviously acknowledge that there's differences, and some of those differences are funny.
yeah.
You know what I
Everyone's a
mean?
little racist. I'm a little bit racist. Everyone's a little bit.
Well, if you're not, you're lying to yourself.
Right.
You're not being truthful.
I don't think racism is even the term because it's more of just like the stereotypes. You can't get that stuff out of your head, bro. Like I watch, like you could watch the Boondocks and come away being like that was racist. Like you know what I mean? Like that, there's so many like different forms and like different.
And what's the intention, right?
Right. Like I was in Japan and like these little kids came up to me after school got up and they were like,
Oh, yeah, I
put
bet they
at
loved it.
Their notebooks. They were like, Kobe Bryant. And they were like, they like hand me a pen. They're like, Kobe Bryant. And I was like, oh, you goddamn right.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
That is hilarious.
That's just the culture, baby. I was like, hey, I'll sign for Kobe. He can't be here.
yeah.
Like, you know, that's not, although it is kind of racist, like in China, like you could stand there, like I was just standing there, and like someone would like walk up to me and then like just take a picture. And just, like, walk away.
That's pretty sick.
That's fucking weird.
That is funny that they're like, you'll never believe what I saw today. Like to their wife.
That's exactly what they did. They're driving home like, can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say this one time I was bored and I just looked up the blackest man just to see I was just curious. I was like, what does the darkest man look like? I was curious.
That's funny.
What do they look like?
Really dark. I mean, you're still surprised though. You're still like, well, that guy's really black. Yeah.
Like t-shirt?
Yeah. It
I can
almost
see that.
becomes like reflective.
Because
Yeah.
Because they couldn't like it's like that how they said they made like the blackest thing ever, but they couldn't like take pictures of it really well because it just sucked up all the light.
No, see that guy should.
That is funny, but me describing the guy that way is so funny. Like, what does he look like? He sucks up all the light.
Like we were talking about being the chosen one. That's a funny. They knock on his door, sir. You're the blackest man.
I know. We need you. The sun is exploding.
That is also really funny to describe a coworker that way. Like, what does he look like? Like trying not to be racist. You're like, he kind of just like, I don't know. He like sucks up all the light.
Yeah, he's
like,
opaque.
Yeah.
He's so dark, it's hard for us to take pictures together.
Yeah. What race is he? I don't know. I mean, you could put the pieces together, but yeah.
He's from this region right here. What Luca say?
Yeah.
What region is he from?
I don't know what region.
What
he's from.
continent? You can't pinpoint a continent.
What continent is he from? That's the funniest way, dude. Have you ever been to Asia?
I've been to China, yeah.
What'd you think? I like China.
I was, yeah. So we were talking before the podcast, like in Chicago, there's like the neighborhoods, the way it was structured was like sort of like the Italian neighborhood was very close to Chinatown. So there was a lot of like my neighbors were all Chinese, like, and so growing up, I didn't play sports. I did kung fu. I studied Shaolin kung fu growing up.
Dope. You black belt?
Yeah. Like there's not. We had belts, but they're more like formality. But like
That sounds like he didn't get a good belt. It's kind of like the system's
like-
rigged and all. It doesn't even matter.
It's not even about that, dude. It's all politics.
yeah, I didn't get JFL. Yeah, no.
The dojo I was at
Nepotism.
wasn't
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, the master didn't like me.
No, kung fu technically there's no belts, but like for like when you, you guys want to know about kung fu or not, guys?
Not by a
It's not
loser
about
who's
that,
not
man.
even a black belt.
Yes, I have a black belt, but it's not like it's like they just did it because that's like the thing that you do. But like when I was in college, I went to China and I studied at the Shaolin Temple for
dope.
like a summer.
A whole summer?
Yeah,
Damn.
I was
how's
like,
your,
you ever
how's
see,
your
like-
Chinese?
I took Mandarin in college. I probably lost a lot of it now, but
Right.
but there was a time where I was pretty solid. Like you could drop me in the middle of China, I'd be able to figure out where I'm at.
I have 3 cousins who speak Chinese. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I know like 3 of the 12 black guys that speak Chinese.
That,
Speak
well,
Mandarin.
isn't there also a thing? I've heard like China is like building factories in Africa.
Oh, dude, when I go to Liberia, like I brought my roommate and he's white. He's like from Canada, and we were walking on the beach, and like all these kids ran up and they were like Chinese man, Chinese man, Chinese man
Oh
to
my
him
God, yeah.
because they're more used to seeing Chinese people than they are to seeing white people.
Right.
They thought he was
Interesting.
Chinese. Yeah.
Well, dude, like in the Shaolin Temple, right? It's like it's in the mountains. It's like this Buddhist monastery, and they do kung fu, and they had a whole temple solely for African. Like I don't know, it was like some sort of exchange program, but it was like maybe 30 African guys all training kung fu under
shit.
like one teacher.
That's
So
dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's dangerous,
yeah, we need that. We need that in our fighting force. Yeah, we're talking about, send them
bro.
back.
And they fucking were sick, dude. Those guys
I
can.
imagine, bro.
Yeah, just like the athletic ability and just like they could flip and fucking do all this crazy
That
shit.
Shaolin master was just like, I'm creating the most dangerous.
No,
He's
but
like, find me the optimal genetics, and I will train them.
but
Yeah,
it's such a
insane.
tourist attraction. So like all these Chinese tourists would come to the Shaolin Temple and like they would be taking pictures of like some like 1,000-year-old thing, and then like the 30 black guys would like run by for their training, and they'd be like, oh,
Hell, I would be too, bro. Yeah. With the that's
They were cool, but they did segregate them into their own thing. They were not allowed to intermingle. They were like, no, black guys, you get
There's
that
actually
one.
a deep class system. That's what, I mean, dude, my dad told me. My dad loves China. He thinks China is like the best country in the world.
Really?
Because he went on my cousin went to business school in Beijing, and he like had met all these like super rich guys and like all these cool dudes that own like hotels and like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
industry casino stuff. And so he kept telling my dad, he's like, bro, if you ever come here, like I'm gonna show you the craziest time of your life. And I didn't believe it. And he told me this when he got back one trip. He was like, we went and you go to this like the guy who owns this hotel is like, I'm gonna take you guys out. And we go into this bar. They're just sitting, and there's like, imagine there's just like curtains here. And at one point, he's like, "You guys having a good time?" They're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." And he like claps his hands. This curtain opens, and there's just like 20 women there.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
Like, just pick. He's like, "Yeah, just pick a number." Like like in the movie, like from
That's crazy.
from whatever.
Rush Hour.
Yeah. And then so they do that, and then it closes, and they're like, "Okay," like went out. And then when we all got back to our rooms, they were in the rooms already.
That's crazy.
Insane,
Man, that's
he was
pretty
like,
sick.
they give you like he was like, they bathed me in like milk, like this milk bath.
What?
I swear to
Are
God.
they trying to make him white?
They bathed, I don't
understand.
it was like this milk bath. He's like, they had flower petals in it. And he's like,
See, I would get a little worried though. I'm never against fucking prostitutes. I want to take a firm stance on this. Is a pro.
Hey,
fucking
on the Morning Good
prostitutes.
podcast, we are pro prostitution,
Fuck whores.
sex work.
especially
It's
in a
work.
milk bath.
Yes, but I feel like maybe this is race in my mind. If that seems like I'm like, how on their will are they there? You know what I mean?
I
Oh,
mean,
for sure, not for sure, not at all.
I mean, bro, come on. Like,
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there, yeah, you gotta question that for sure.
Yeah.
Then again, I've been to a lot of countries, and like a lot of times, I've definitely like. I was about to say, like, I've met my fair share of prostitutes in my fair share area. But like in
Likewise.
some countries though, like they definitely, it's like it's almost like a cultural thing. Like they just, they're like, oh, you could do this to make, they're like, yeah, let's do
Well,
it.
it's funny too that they're just it's like prostitution's like semi-legal there, but they're still throwing away the women baby. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah. There's still like a dark
there's a
underbelly.
pipeline.
Hey, yeah, don't.
He's like, we didn't even. He was like, Jamell. He's like, they just gave me the bath. He's like, we didn't even. He was like, that was so much.
Well, yeah, but also I tell my son the same thing. What am I gonna be like? Yeah, I fucked the shit out of this.
He's like,
Right, that's fair.
he's like, man, he's like, when you 60 years old, bro.
This is your dad?
He's like, when you 60 years old, bro. He's like, that was enough.
Yeah.
You're
Just like some
two
old guy
Beautiful
stuff.
women
Yeah.
just rubbing your belly.
Well, you're
Yeah.
like, you're like, Dad, did you fuck her? And he's like, how about LeBron?
I know, right?
Back to LeBron anyway.
I don't know. Fell asleep. Anyway.
Yeah.
No,
That does make sense. Like the old guy thing is like just like
No.
the woman like rubbed his feet.
No, when
He's
you
like,
old, yeah, just spending time, dude. Yeah.
I had a complete opposite when I was in China. So I'm in, like I said, I'm in the mountain. The nearest town is like maybe like 30 minutes away. And the first week I was there was like these people from England that were also training, but they were just visiting for the week. I was there for the summer, and one of them was like spoke Chinese and spoke English, and he's like, "Hey, mate, we're going down to Dangfang. That's the name of the city. We're going to Dangfang. We're gonna get a massage. You want to come to massage? Come hang out with us. Go to Dangfang." And I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. So we get in these vans, we go down there, and it was like rush hour. Like you go in there, and they gave us like silk robes.
Hell yeah.
They massaged our feet, and like it was just, and we were all in the same room. They were just massaging us. It was like no big deal. And then the next week they leave, and an Australian guy shows up to the temple, and he's training, and he's never really trained before, so he's kind of getting his ass kicked, and he's like, mate, like, fucking me up. And I'm like, bro, I went to this massage place. I said, let's go again this week. It was cheap. It was a good time. So I get in a cab this time. And in the time I spoke a little Mandarin, and I was like, take us to the massage place. And I said like, oh, pretty women. Like I said like that. And it's a small town. I thought there was going to be one, takes us to a totally different spot. We go in there, separate rooms. And this chick like fumbles into my room, and it's just like she's got like bruises, and she like opens her purse, and there's like condoms coming out, and she's like, how much? She's just like writing something down. And I'm like, oh, like what is going on? And then the Australian guy opens the door. He's like, I might think these are hookers. He's like, no, get out of here, mate. And we just left. But I mean, I've had experiences with prostitutes that have been positive. That was not one of them.
Yeah.
No, I felt very sorry for those women.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's a dark underbelly, dog. That's why. I mean,
There's a big class differentiation.
China, you gotta, and I was like, it's all fun and games sometimes. Like my cousin was like, bro, somebody like at that school, apparently like some ambassador's daughter, some shit like that, some European girl, she told the authorities that she got assaulted by a guy at the school, like at a party, and they were like, what did he look like? She was like, he was African. And he said they rounded up every African person
God.
in a 5-mile radius. They put them all in a paddy.
That's why they're taking pictures of you.
I'm telling you, bro. They put them all in the same cell. And they were basically just like, listen, y'all all guilty till we figure out who did this.
Oh, Jesus.
They don't fucking play at all.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
bro, we was in jail. My grandparents had to fly out there.
Jesus.
Like his parents had to
Oh my
fly
god!
there.
Yeah, see, shit. That's the thing about
He's
going
like,
to a
they
country
wasted
like
me
that.
in the middle of the night. They were like, get in the car.
Dude, imagine being in trouble for every white guy who rapes. That would be
Bro.
horrendous.
Yeah, we don't have the man.
Round
force.
them up. Yeah.
They were. I mean, this was easy. They're like get every African, like all 40 of them.
Yeah, right. Get all 15.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing about going to a country like that. You really have no rights. Like if something goes wrong, you have no
I'll
rights.
really never go to China. I'm terrified of going to China.
No.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
hindsight, I would probably not go back. But at the time, I was young and stupid.
Brave of you to go and spend that much time there, though. That's crazy. I mean, it's different because I like, yeah, that's to go you by yourself.
I was like 19, and but now, then COVID happened. Like now I think about shit like that. Like, what if I go there and the world shuts down again? It's like I can't leave China. That would be crazy.
that's tough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love Japan though.
I've never been to Japan, but
I think
I'd
I
like
would
to.
like Japan.
Bro, Japan's sick.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I went to a brothel in Spain. Well, I ran with the Bulls in Spain, and
Oh,
they
that's tight.
it was cool. And we went to a
You weren't
brothel.
scared?
I was terrified. My brother was like, the
would've
whole
had a heart
trip was
attack.
my idea, but my younger brother was just so amped up to do it and was like, he wanted to do it again. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? It was terrifying the
Yeah.
entire time, but thrilling.
Were you like were you like? Because I've never done. I mean, I never will. But were you in like the front or the back? Like
You're like in like everyone collectively gathers in like one long street. So you're kind of in the middle of the street, and then the bulls kind of plow through. And really, like it's fine. Like you just get out of the way and they plow through. But the dangerous thing is like if a bull gets separated from the herd, then it starts just taking people out. And that's what happened. So with the herd came by and we were like, yeah, sick. And then like we see one bull by itself, just take this guy out, take this guy out.
do people die?
I did a lot of research. Like I think like maybe like 5 or 6 people have died like in the past like 50 years.
Oh, God. Okay.
But
Well, I want to do it now.
but a lot of people
That's enough.
But a lot
yeah.
of people
I know
get
you. I'm gonna dare you.
Yeah,
dare
I'll
you.
fucking do
I
it.
dare- I dare you to do it.
Now I have
No,
to run with
I
the
dare
bulls.
you to do it. You won't do it.
extremely awesome rewarding
Yeah,
experience. Yeah, you won't.
Yeah, I'll fucking do it. I'll do it.
You'll do it.
I'm.
What
really,
is it?
When is it?
Yeah.
It's in the summer, like in July.
Well, no, I'm doing you said I would. I'll fucking do it. Yeah,
bro,
Brandon Barrera did it too. Have you talked to him at all about it?
I think we mentioned it briefly, but yeah, it's like a cool, you know, and then it's like Mardi Gras. I don't know if you've ever been to Mardi Gras, but it's like everyone gets hammered after. Like, and it's like the night before, I like was like freaking out. I'm like, are we gonna die? Like, I was more concerned. I was
How
like,
do you sign up? Can
you don't sign up. You show up. You show up on the street, and then they let the bulls go. Yeah, there's no waiver. There's no W-9.
I was like, how do I sign up? Can I talk to somebody first? Like,
No, dude. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was all nervous. I like didn't drink the night before. I was like, oh, we'll party after. And there were literally people on the street hungover, and they'd wake up and they'd be like, oh shit, we're running, and then they just fucking run.
were there black people there
Oh, there's some black people, yeah.
running?
I don't know if I saw any running, but I
They're running so fast you can't see.
a lot of
There are a
Europeans.
bunch of Kenyans who missed the race.
A lot of like, I guess it's like a big like if you're British, it's like a good
I
like
can see
bachelor
them.
party thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're here for a stag party, gonna run with the bulls party, fuck a hooker. That's cool.
Yeah,
That seems like a fun time.
No, it does. That's the things I'm so scared
hate
of,
the
like
English?
losing stage time, and that's what I'm talking about. Where I do need to like tone it back a little bit and do shit like that.
Yeah, but how do you? But I've thought about.
Yeah, go like get some.
There might be one day where I could talk about that on stage, but that's a hard like kung fu. Yeah, so I did kung fu. Isn't that relatable? Like what?
Oh
No,
I
but the
disagree
explanation. I disagree completely. Yeah.
Yeah.
The being relatable thing I think is stupid. It's like you don't have to be relatable.
The explanation is so cool. Like,
Yeah, but it's a hard thing to get into. I feel
I
like
feel like you
I
have
agree. I want to talk about it on stage, but it's a really. I think you need a really good concept of who you are on stage to get into that and have a point of view on it.
I feel like, and there's a lot of like someone had this conversation with me. Like, there's a lot of stuff that like I don't talk about because I'm like it's so unique.
hard, yeah.
But like one of my friends who like lives in LA, has been a comic for a while, was like, "What are you talking about? Like those are the things you're supposed to be talking
Right,
about.
exactly.
Those are
Yeah.
the things that are different. Like the unique. Like there's tome and stuff I'm talking. Like I think it's more so like once you start to talk about it more, it's not going to be good in the beginning, maybe because
No, and I've tried to talk about all of it.
But like you got to keep writing stuff on that because there's going to be something in there that's just gold. that
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
else
you're
can-
right.
Who the hell's going to be able to talk about that?
Yeah, you loop back to it. I
Who
think.
the hell, bro? Who the hell else did Shaolin training with a bunch of Africans in the middle of China? Nobody
cool.
at
Yeah.
19.
And it's like you're gonna be on a lineup where somebody's talking about like a new app.
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna be like,
Anybody else on Hinge?
Oh, for
And
sure.
then you're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
and then you're
remember when I fought those monks in the mountains? Of
Yeah.
Beijing?
yeah. That's why I think the relatable thing. It's like some aspects of comedy can be relatable, but like I love watching somebody that's like, nah. I'm like,
I
yeah.
completely, but I think like so right now, like as you move forward in comedy, I feel like you're slowly creating. You're building a toolbox. You're building a way to articulate yourself on stage in a way that is more complex the more years you do it. So like you start by going ba 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 ba, right, and then you start to learn like, oh, I can tell a story. I can do this. So I think the things that are the most personal and unique, I think, tend to be the hardest things to sort of bring to the stage because you need that articulation to be able to convey them
it takes
well.
longer. It
You know what I
takes
mean?
much longer. But that's a cool thing though, because if you think about it, that's just because there's no template to work off of.
Yeah, and part of the reason why I came out here is because like, well, there's an abundance of stage time and an abundance to find like the pair at midnight. Like you said, you did 20 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever you did the other night.
Yeah.
You can just to the void.
Yeah.
In Chicago, there's no void. There's no.
Yeah.
It's everything sort of like matters, and there's people, and you don't want to fuck up. Here, you can. The beautiful thing about the Comedy Shop or the Grizzly Pear or St. Mark's is like you're like, oh, I'm just talking into the darkness, and none of this really matters, and I can find myself within the
work through
darkness.
There's nothing
You're
I
like
love
Batman.
more than being on stage at like 1:10 a.m. Like I'm like literally.
Yeah, and being like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll say something I've never said before. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again tomorrow.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, dude. It's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful art.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you guys, did you do it in Florida? Because it felt like in Chicago, it's like we would do one mic a night, but that mic sort of mattered. It's like all my friends were there. There was an audience. You wanted to do well.
Yeah, I would rarely work on new. I would be so nervous to work on new.
Yeah, I give so little of a shit now if I do well or not on stage, depending on the show.
Yeah,
but there's so many sets that don't matter that it's like, yeah, whatever. I'll just talk.
It's almost like that's what they're there for sometimes. Like I think some of those, like like the 6-person ones at the shop. Like I already know how I'm.
You learn so
coming
much
in,
from those.
I'm coming in being like, oh, everything that I ever thought about talking about this week, like this is where I'm doing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a time in Chicago where I would go to Zany's or something, and like that was like a home club. I'd play there a lot. I'd walk in there and there'd be 30 people, and I'd go, "What the fuck?" I go, "There's fucking 30 people here. It's like this place should be sold out." You know, now,
oh, 7 people.
A little bit of a culture shock, eh?
Well, no, but now I wouldn't. Since I've been back, I'll go in the room and I'll be like, "There's 30 people. What a blast this is!
Everyone loves this."
Yeah.
That rocks.
You appreciate it a lot. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I do hate to cut us off, but we are.
You got diarrhea again?
I have diarrhea again. No, but we're at over an hour. So
Holy cow!
Oh man,
it flies by.
when you're having fun.
Did we do good, Michael? Is this okay?
This is great. This is a great episode.
I enjoyed this a lot. I would do this again.
100%. Yeah.
I got to get my pod back going. I'm
It's
so
a fucking
lazy with
blast.
it.
What's going on? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know.
I want to do one. Cole Cosby wants to do one with me, and I think it'd be fun. Have you ever talked? You know Cole Cosby?
No, I shook my head and I go, yeah, Cole Cosby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know Cole? You guys got to meet Cole Cosby. He's a very funny comic. But even funnier is he's Bill Cosby's nephew,
Is he really?
and he has so many funny things.
That's true.
That's great. I was going to ask. That is, I got to have this guy on the podcast.
He's very funny. He's like from Philly. You know, Philly. I don't know if you ever done comedy in Philly. Philly's a great comedy.
Yeah.
They're all very funny.
Yeah, no, I've never been.
Nah, Cole's the best, and he's just a very goofy person. You gotta have him on the podcast.
Yeah,
He's a
dude.
very goofy person to talk to. Very
Yeah, I hate to wrap it up dramatically, but so people that don't know, I'm doing my roommate's podcast in the other corner of the room.
Excellent.
In 20 minutes, so I got to start setting.
This is an interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But what do you guys want to promote?
Oh, Luca Ferro comedy, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, Luca Ferro comedy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No, Jamell Sirleaf and Luca Ferro. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. See me on the Michael Good podcast. That's the only place people can see me from.
Yeah.
now on.
All right.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I promote Michael Good podcast.
We're almost promoting the Michael Good.
Yeah, it's not what it's called, but thank you.
Oh shit, you're right. Sorry, the morning.
the
Good
morning,
podcast.
the morning wood, morning good.
Thank you guys so much.
God
I
bless
appreciate
you,
it.
Michael.
Yeah, you too.